So I wanted to work a little bit more, hi Sophie, with maybe some of our toys and do a little bit with our flirt pole for a little bit. See how we do. So she's been doing a real nice job with a lot of her skill sets. Ready? So again, when we're going to include some play, remember, make sure that your environment is conducive for some traction. Sorry about my need for cough drops 24/7 practically. So we might go, you ready? Go get it. So I would recommend, again, traction is going to be really important because if we don't have enough traction, we could by accident cause some injuries to our pups. So make sure that when they are playing, that they're able to play safely. So obviously when it comes to the flirt pole, there's all different types. I think you guys already have one, which is amazing. So ready? Go get it. So I like to have sort of a slogan for we're going to be on and going. So like typically I say, are you ready? And then I say, go get it. Wild woman. I love how fast she goes. She has to technically run past the toy to be able to turn. Wild. But it's a really nice way to get some of this gorgeous energy out of her too. Because again, she is, I believe you said Yorkie Chihuahua mix. So she got a lot of great stamina in there. I think she just smelled, I have some toys on the chair across the fence. Ready? Go get it. So I do want to make sure she does get the chance to catch the critter. She's like, or maybe check in with the crazy snack lady. Well, hello there, ma'am. Nice job visiting. Smart girl. So even throughout the play when she goes, like Mr. W was doing this a little bit last week, is he would take breaks and then check in even while the toy was out, which is really great for that ability to come back from something that's really exciting back to you, the handler. Nice. Ready? You want to try again? You want to go get it? She's like, I am already winded, lady. You pooped out. Well, maybe we'll do a little bit with the other smaller toys, and then we'll rotate, and then we'll go back into maybe working a bit with that stay again, see how that's progressing. So I'm going to grab some of my longer toys that we were working on earlier with Mr. T. Maybe just grab two for now. Put one of them up here. Ready, cuteness? So when sometimes playing with two tuggies, I like to have one be out of range and then make sure that the one that's alive is the one that we want her to play with. So now my toy is alive, it's wiggling, I'm tugging. If this was really challenging for her, I would want to make sure that she has built up a little bit with take it and drop it, or even a find it behavior before you were to include, let's say, the tugging and chasing aspect of things. Because remember, the more excitement or jazzed or arousal that you're throwing into the mix, the harder it might be for your babe to let go when they're really excitable. So I'd almost recommend practice the take it and drop it's before you need them in the situation for down the road. So right here we might go, ready, drop, yes. And I might feed the floor or feed her, whichever works better. Nice. And then from here we go, ready, go get it. Oh my goodness, wild woman. Nice. Go get that bad boy. She's thinking about it. Go get it. She's too cute with her plaid. Nice, good catch. So again, you could again practice with food as a way to relinquish. Good job. If she automatically lets go, I would capture those moments and build in value in letting go when she gets excited. But let's say she was already playing with this one and she's getting a little bit bored of it. You could bust out the next toy, and now the original toy goes out of range again, and you can either rotate through the two different toys, or again, that food to create that letting go has that value. She's too cute. Wild woman. Nice, good catch. So again, she caught the critter's alive. Oh my goodness, it got away. So remember, incorporating some of this play even through your basic skills. So like you're working puppy push-ups, you take a little break, and maybe instead of feeding for certain skills, you go into play. Maybe instead of, for example, doing a recall with food, she comes into your space and you go into some tugging. So you may find certain toys have more value than others. So I would highly recommend go through some of her items and see which one is higher value versus medium to low, and then go from there. Nice. And I know we mentioned a little bit last week too for Mr. W and for any of the babes, some of those dog sports could be a really great venue, especially come now winter time, where like nose work could be really fun, or working, for example, barn hunt That one I know is technically sort of outside because it's inside a barn typically, but it could be another venue depending on the, the place that they're holding it at. But typically that's going to be when they're searching for those critters within a little container, and your pup is working on that nose, getting the odor of the rodent and finding it. So right here I might do a nice little kissy noise and then feed for letting go. She's doing a really good job. So too, as she gets a little bit more tired, we might try a bit more with that place and working that bed and staying on our little mat. Ready? Go get it. Through the legs. There you go. Nice job. Miss S is getting tired. She's like, oh, guys, so much work. So we might go, ready, drop. Yes, that was very pretty. We'll give a little bit of the crumbs. Good job, cutie. So obviously, when it comes to some of these toy moments, definitely rotate through different types. You may find she has preferences in what types of tuggies or what types of movements tend to be more up her alley for fun. Some babes are more ball driven than tuggy. So it'd be finding the one that motivates your particular babe. She's going to grab a drink real quick, and I'm going to grab her dog bed. And then we'll work a little bit with her place behavior and doing a little bit with that beginnings of stay as well. Ready, cutie? She's like, whew, winded. You kind of meandering on down. So if, again, she is very tired, this could be a great moment, ready, to take some of that sort of pooped out scenarios and use it to your advantage. Maybe she's now, oh, what a smart girl. Good job. So use those moments to your advantage. I'm not saying get her so fatigued that she's not able to function mentally or physically, but we want to start sometimes doing certain behaviors, certain skills when your babe is more likely to be successful. So the benefit of doing it that way, as opposed to taking a puppy that has just woken from a nap or a babe that hasn't quite had some of their romping done yet, you may take a puppy that has a lot more energy physically and not really be able to handle being stationary because of those needs that haven't been met yet. Nice. So right now we're just building up again this value and going to our target bed. I haven't applied my stay. I'm just feeding her for being in the target spot and creating that value once more. So this could, again, be bed, place, mat, whatever little slogan we like for our target position on an item, like a dog bed or blanket or whatever you have available. She's got a very cute little bumper bed. Nice. What a smart girl. I know all the beauties are getting so nice and tired today. All these great skills. So we might go, ready? Get her up and wiggling. She's like, oh, shucks. She's like, I was really enjoying bedtime. So let's say we're going to try for like the full stay position. This will be, again, where you're asking her to go to her dog bed, and then you'd apply your stay and go from there. So remember with stay, ready? Bed. We're building up value. She's like, where? All the way. Ready, cuteness? So if she gets a little bit stuck, we might even toss a little food item onto the bed. So sometimes I'll rotate through an easier or a harder dynamic depending on what my babe is giving me for abilities. So if there's certain moments where you're getting almost nothing from your babe, maybe gauge, could they already be so tired or so well gone that there's no learning happening at the time. So I'm going to tell her to stay. She's like, how about we jump out? So if she's a wiggly worm, sorry, cuteness, we're going to bring her back into her little bed. Ready, bed? Toss the food inside. Now I'm going to see if I can get her to do a little check-in. Ready, Sophie? Get her attention on my food, get a little placement on our little sitting position. And now I'm going to tell her to stay. And I'm going to try rapid fire to feed several little tidbits while she's in her stay position. So if remember, holding your position is very hard. Start off with duration first. Don't go right into distance. And there's already plenty of distractions. There's a lot of weird noises in the building today because of the wind. So I don't want her to feel too flustered trying to hold it. So right here, let's say we're going to end the behavior. I'm going to say, ready, Sophie? All done. And now we get up, and she's like, that seems silly. And of course, now she's going to want to stay there. But let's say your puppy is done with the position, but they're stuck. You can also wiggle your fingers and try to lure them out, but I don't give her any food. Nice job for leaving her stay. I would only feed her while she's in the stay position. So we're creating value in being stuck. We're creating value in being in our target spot and for not moving. So ready? We'll maybe try another little rep. That was really pretty. So we'll go, ready, Soph? Ready? Bed? She's like, I guess so. That's a very nice pause up. You did that last time. What a smart girl. She's like, we work pause up on our bowl, so we might as well use our bed in the same way. Smart girl. So we might, again, plop some food down, just get her into her little cozy little bumper bed. And then we'll try and get our little sitting position. Ready, cuteness? We'll lure her potentially into it. Ready? Sit. She's like, my brain melted. The heat came on. I know, it's a little bit noisy. So if the heat is a little bit noisy, I know we can't always hear everything on my mic. It doesn't pick up all of the sounds, but they definitely have some noise distractions while we're practicing. So we're going to tell her to stay. And then we're going to go ahead and give some of these teeny little crumbs for this gorgeous gal for holding her sit stay. The train is going by. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's definitely pretty noisy. Nice. So again, my intervals are short and sweet for greater success for right now. As she gets more resilient with these things, we could again start to generalize those skills like I was doing a little bit earlier with Mr. Z, like moving away, moving the door, making some noises happen. And he was still able to kind of hold that position. So I'm just taking some of these lovely little freeze-dried snacks and breaking them up in little crumbs. So right now, if you think about it, she had quite a few deposits into this bank account, but she could also be getting kind of tired, which might be why she's breaking. So don't fret if you, for example, don't always have a babe that can rock something to its full extent quite yet. Miss Lovely's probably getting rather fatigued. It's been a long day of play and fun. So she might be to the point where, you know what, I can do a couple of reps and I need to take a breather. So we might do a quick little recall, see if I can call her back from the environment. So Sophie, come. Yes, what a good girl. So remember that your babe is never trying to give you a hard time on purpose. They are themselves either confused, overwhelmed, tired, don't understand the meaning behind any of this practice. So we're trying to build up value, and that these weird things we're asking do have value from her perspective, because it's now paired with earning these little tidbits that want to, again, hopefully happen again in the future. Nice. What a smart girl. So we'll maybe do another little find it. 2, if you're finding she really wants to wiggle, take a break from stationary skills and go back into something that involves movement. So Sophie, come. But look at how she is walking over to me, not frolicking. So you will see that obviously when we're practicing, I do try to keep sessions sort of shorter, but since it's a little bit more informative and I'm trying to give step-by-step skills, there's gonna be moments where maybe she will be practicing longer than she would like, and then she does get more tired because of it. So, but maybe what we'll do, ready? Sophie, come, is we'll give her a little breather right there. Yes. Oh, there's that little running, slow motion running. Good job. But we'll give our gorgeous Miss S a little break. She is really doing a stellar job, and we'll rotate through the babes again. But I know this is their last little rep of the doggy day school. So if you're not sure what to do next, let me know. I can't remember if she's registered for another. She registered, I think, with you guys for the confidence building class, which I think you're going to really enjoy with her. But we'll give it a good, that was a very nice practice moment for Miss S. We'll call it a day for our gorgeous gal. Ready? Come on down, my love. We'll do another little, you want to do a little find it in your bed? Ready? Find it. And then we'll call it a day for our beautiful little Miss S, but really impressive work for her today too.